Hello everyone, how y'all doing? Welcome to another video. This is the Demoscene report for March 2022. I went through all of the Demoscene websites and gathered all the news related to the month of March 2022, so you don't have to and you can keep up to date with the Demoscene by just watching this single video. A lot of stuff happened in March, so let's get right into it. First we have to talk about the Ukrainian crisis. Russia invaded Ukraine, as you probably are aware, created a huge humanitarian crisis, problem not just for Demosceners, but for everyone around Europe and Russia and the whole world. It has ramifications for a lot of things. I don't want to get too much into it, but a lot of people in the Demoscene made some production about Ukraine. It's tagged here on DemoZoo. I'm going to link them here if you want to check them out. This is the way that the Demoscene found to, communicate their feelings about the Ukraine situation. Let's move on to other subjects, though, happier subjects, and I hope the Ukrainian situation gets resolved sometime soon. Next up on the list of stuff that I wanted to show you, I had this the BCC Party results. We covered it on previous video, but it was just very recently finished, and I got some highlights which some people told me to check out, and I wanted to share with you. Some PETSCII artwork was apparently really good. Woman dragon car got third place, I believe. Then we have Boba Pet got second place, and also Street Sports Skeletons got first place, and all of them looked pretty sweet for PETSCII art. Then we have the graphics compo as well, which had this astonishing entry, Obscena Vaselina by the Sarge, really cool. Also, PETSCII Aquarium was a one-file compo, I believe, at the BCC, got third place, or fourth, I think. Tank Attack got third place. I already had mentioned this one before. Deep in the Forest got second place by Atlantis, and first place Fairyland by Fairlight. All of these four are rumored to be great C64 productions to check out, so please do check them out if you like the C64 scene. Other stuff to talk about, we had a new edition of the Zine radio show, which is a podcast about the Demoscene. In this issue in particular, they interviewed Alex McLean, which is a big figure in the what's called the Algoraves scene, which is people live coding music, pretty much. There are some different environments where you can learn how to live code stuff, and it relates a little bit to what people have been doing in terms of shader live coding with Bonzomatic and other tools that exist. So there's a very interesting connection between Algorave world and the Demoscene world, which is a bit explored in this episode in particular. Next up, we had Nordlicht announcing their release, their party happening 15-18 September in Bremen. So a few off the radar releases that happened in March. Not off the radar, off party, without belonging to without having been released at any specific demo party. Too Young by Unchained was released for the MS-DOS. A 4K for MS-DOS is pretty rare these days, and you can see the thumb ups. It got pretty decent reception. For the PETSCII, there was this music disc about Cthulhu mythology, which was, I actually checked this one out, and it was pretty good. The graphics is pretty much just this, but what am I saying? I'm saying it exactly wrong. The music is just one and the same. The graphics is different for every single image that you see there, and everything is PETSCII, everything is Cthulhu themed. So if you like Cthulhu, there are a few things in here. There are quite quality PETSCII art. I am into Cthulhu a lot. I hadn't read some of the stories that they mentioned, though, and I want to check this back once I finish reading the Cthulhu Lovecraft anthology that I'm currently reading. Anyways, moving on. Other music discs that also came out, well, this was a slideshow, not a music disc, but a music disc that came out was Tape Leader by GPA for the Philips VG5000. P.S. What is a Philips VG5000, I might hear you ask? I have no idea. I never had one in my life. Something from the French people. It makes some BP sounds. There is no YouTube video, so I can't check it. I have no clue, but if you like the Philips VG5000, you should probably check this music disc out. Other things that got released was C64 Demo Coding article by Reislin, explaining a lot of demo coding effects. They've been putting stuff together on this blog, and it's looking quite good. So if you're looking to learn C64 coding, this is a very good resource for you to check out some stuff and learn a few tricks and tips to get yourself started. 64 Demo Coding, c64demo.com. Another website that was released in alpha state was the Art of Hard Coding, which is some sort of a portal for YouTube demos where you can just hot link this and send this website or application, because it also works on mobile phones apparently, to a friend, and you have good Demoscene content right away with some intros and other kinds of different things. Still in alpha stage, still looking for feedback. I guess a proper release will come at revision. Let's wait and see. There was some mixed feedback on this. I was checking the commentary on Discord, and some people, let's not name any names, Gargai, were very strongly against it because it didn't have a clear focus, a specific point you couldn't really understand what it was trying to achieve right away, even though to me it felt kind of obvious. To a lot of people it seemed like it didn't, and they were burning it with fire, and so I had to become a little bit vocal and say, you have to give people the benefit of the doubt. And I do think this can have a very interesting application for the Demoscene in terms of outreach, like sending people. For you who are a regular Demoscener, it might not seem that much needed. You can just go to YouTube and search for it, or you can go to DemoZoo and search for the demo you want to show. You can create your own playlist, you can send them to other people. That's all fine. But if you don't know what the Demoscene is and you want to find specific good content of the Demoscene, you want some sort of portal that does that. And there are other Demoscene things that try to do that before. Most of them are not up to date or maintained anymore. So I for one think it's a good idea that someone tries to, do that much outreach. And if this brings just one more Demoscener into the Demoscene, or a few more viewers to follow the demos that we've been making, I think it's a great initiative, and I applaud it for it, despite whatever people who are not, who shall not be named, Gargai, might think otherwise. And there are legitimate claims to whatever Gargai was saying, and I do encourage the creator to get proper feedback and address those issues. But yeah, I'm just saying that I see the potential, and people should try to see it as well. Anyways, moving on. I had a chat with Kim Rom on one of the streams that I was doing, and he asked if I had checked out some of his videos. I'm like, yeah, I checked them, but I already knew the originals and I already knew the remix, so for me it didn't really make much interest, but it does have interest for this channel. So Kim Rom has been doing some remix videos of Demoscene classics with a remixed track. So tracks like Desert Dream, Second Reality, where the soundtrack got like a remaster or a remix. He does new videos with the old content of the demo with the new music, and VJs it a little bit, and does a few musics on his channel. So if you're interested in that kind of content, check out Kim Rom's channel. More stuff that happened this month. There was this ASCII Express charts mag of a sort, made entirely in Ashi for Ashi, I think. I'm not quite sure what it is, but it looks pretty interesting. Let's play it a little bit. So yeah, it's a charts mag in Ashi. What more could you possibly ask for? Only Amiga makes it possible. I haven't launched it, that's why I'm just saying it like this. I only saw a video, and it's just a lot of ASCII going by. So for the Amiga Ashi community, this seems awesome. Check it out. Other stuff that came out this month. This is my latest album, Towards Bliss. It features some tracks that were released at Inertia or as a demo, as a soundtrack to a demo, and as music compo participations themselves. So I thought I should link to it. Towards Bliss by myself. PS. It's the 500 released on Enough Records, and hope you enjoy it. Other stuff worth mentioning, this was a bit of a mind boggle. I never used AWK for Linux. It supposedly is a text-based tool that you can use to aggregate data, control data, manipulate data, and generate reports. And this guy apparently had too much free time, PETSCII 75, and he decided to do some traditional Demoscene effects on AWK. And this is the result. And I should probably maximize this as well. And yeah, it's open source on GitHub, github.com/PETSCII75/AWK-demo. I'll put the link on the description. So yeah, check it out. More stuff. The Meteoriks. Yeah, the segue that I wanted to say with this one is that this is probably one of the things that will probably deserve a Meteoric for most innovative concept or abuse of technological achievement for the platform it is. So it deserves a Meteoric for that. And the segue was that, oh yeah, the Meteoriks were also mentioned on a recent stream that Revision did, talking about the news for Revision. Well, three things in particular. First, the Meteoriks themselves, the nominees were out. They listed all the different nominees, showed the video for it. A lot of people complained. Subjective things are subjective, blah, blah, blah. Overall, I think the Meteoriks are doing a good job. I did a video about them as well, which I will probably link if I remember to link it. I was part of the jury as well this year, so I gave a hand in a couple of these categories and on the discussions. I think the Meteoriks is doing a good initiative despite the feedback that it sometimes has, that it missed this or it missed that. You know, these are subjective awards. They are subjective things, so it's normal that you can't always please everyone. So in that regard, I think they're doing a good job. Could it be better? It can always be a bit better, you know? So yeah. Anyways, I did a video commenting about them and some things in particular that I disagreed with. Feel free to check it out. It also has like a playlist of all the Meteoriks productions and the stuff that I thought should have been nominated and didn't. But overall, this was a very nice thing to see being showcased. And let's see who the winners are, or the laureates are, during Revision themselves, where Meteoriks will hold an event gala of some sort. Next on the menu of that stream from Revision, we had the satellites being discussed. So Revision is breaking down into different satellites. There are quite a few, many of them this year. Breaking down into satellites is not the right phrasing for this. They decided to do it online again, and this time they want to have the local gathering of people happening, but it's impossible to have like international big event in Germany. It wouldn't be safe. A lot of people wouldn't travel there, so they decided to call for different locations to host a local venue, a local satellite venue, what we used to call shadow parties before the satellite term got invented. A satellite event for Revision, and we're having one here in Portugal. There's one in the US. There are a few all over Central Europe, one in Jyväskylä, a couple in Stockholm, and yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Let's see how the dynamic works. Things are still being ironed out, but the idea is to have some sort of connection with the actual different events and have like video feeds from them and maybe some people participating remotely from them and things like that. So yeah. Last but not least, the invitation intro for Revision also came out during this stream, and it's called Revision 2022 Invitation by MFX, Farbroush, and Poobrain. And yeah, it's a very interesting. It felt a bit fast-made, in my humble opinion, like they had to rush it. But overall, it had a nice feeling to it. The music by Wayfinder is also very good. And yeah, Klaus is running endlessly in the satellite, looking for Revision, apparently. So yeah, check out the invitation. Should be worth your time. More stuff that came out. Since there are satellite events, there are also some satellite event invitations, like Planet R by Void was one of them. Also, DMO by Bomb Cocoon was released more on the end of March, just a few days ago, for the Paris version that's happening of the satellite. A few other releases outside any compos also happened, not just invitations. One of them was On-Screen Colonies #2 by Vanity for the CPC. This apparently has some controversy in French. I'm gonna leave the scene drama out of this video and move on to the next entry. Tiny demo by Mills was made for the MS-DOS and seems like a very interesting effort. Quite a few people thumbed it up. And again, MS-DOS entries are not that common on this day and age, so it's cool to see people active on the MS-DOS scene and doing some stuff. And this one is also open source, like you have a link here to the GitHub. So if you want to get into MS-DOS coding, you have a few entry points to check out. Other stuff that also got released in March, there was this very interesting article about the history of HouseMarque from the Finnish Demoscene to PlayStation Studios, how they became a famous... how they went from being a famous demo group, which was Future Crew, to becoming one of the most famous game dev studios in Finland, which was HouseMarque. And it tells a few stories about the original games that they did and their relations to the demo scene. So it was pretty good, pretty interesting read, especially if you like history of game dev and the relations between the demo scene and the game dev community. More stuff worth checking out. Just right at the end of the month, there came out a few release packs for the intro creation compo, which happened on the beginning of the year. There were a lot of entries, and now someone finally did a demo pack for both of them, both for the 4K category and the 16K category. Both of these were recently released, so I thought I should highlight it. So check it out if you all like C64 stuff. And that's pretty much all of the releases and news there are for this month. These are the top lists from the last month and a half. Still some stuff from the Ukraine thing, as I mentioned, from Love Bite, also some remnants, some later editions, but overall pretty solid release stuff. I think I already covered most of them, but it's here just for reference sake. And the last item that I wanted to check was the stuff that happened on Demo Party. So what's coming up next, more rather. Flopine did a stream about old school demos as well. I will link to her channel Twitch account if there is a VOD. I'm not sure if there is, but if there is, I'm gonna link it. I just thought of it now. Field Effects still does regular streams, and also Felice has been doing some regular streams showing some Atari stuff. So if you want to see some demos, either for Atari late at the evening or on Saturday mornings, you can tune in to Twitch and check it out. Assembly happened on the first days of April. Also Gerp happened on the first days of April. So I will talk more about them on the next month's report. And coming up next is, well, The Gathering is happening. I don't think it even has a Demoscene section anymore, but it is happening and it is listed here. So Syntax Society is also happening. I think it's working as a shadow party to Revision itself. And Revision is the main party that people are waiting for in April. Everyone working on productions for Revision. And so should I. I took a break from working on the ticket invitation for Inertia Demo Party to record this video, but it's advancing slowly, but it's advancing, and I hope to have something ready, and I hope to have a good revision with a lot of the other Portuguese folks here at the local satellite, and I hope to see you everybody in the chat, and yeah. Anyways, that's it for this month's report on the Demoscene occurrences of March 2022. Hope you've been having a great day, a great month, despite all the issues, and see you next video. Bye bye everyone. Take care.